Hi everyone, I am Mohammed, and this is a video. We'll discuss the potential use of Model Context Protocol bundle. Probably some of you may have already seen the article from Anthropic where they have discussed on how to bundle this .dxt, which is the desktop extension, or the bundle. So the DXT was the older one. Now they have renamed this to .mcpb. Okay. And within this article, you would find all of this information in terms of how do you bundle that and what are the different manifest file, etc., that you needed and the configuration. Okay. So if you look into a video which I have posted some time ago, where I've discussed about creating these different connectors for these different platforms, whereas now we are looking more for MCPB, which is an installer, which you can build and distribute it with your teams. So earlier, when you write the code, you like most of the configurations is sitting in your computer. And if you would have to further share that information, then you need to have this overall setup, etc., that needs to be done for the other users. Now, with the help of this bundle, you can create all of these different dependencies within the single package and have that manifest file. That manifest file is more like a JSON schema where you write a set of these instructions to say the different environment variables, the configuration, any of the API key that you are interacting with any of the platforms, and you can then distribute that. Either it could be hosted onto any of the marketplace, or you can distribute this into a server drive. Okay. If you have to think about this from a Revit perspective, imagine you go to this Autodesk App Store where you download a plugin. The plugin comes into a .exe file, which is an installer. So you run that installer, and then it will add some more functionalities within Revit. Right. With MCPB, what you are doing is that you run this package, and then you add some more functionalities to the application, such as Claude. Right. Like you have the Claude desktop, and you go to the settings and extension, you install this, and you can do all the configurations such as setting up your API key and the relevant information. What I have done is I built a version for Revizto, where you can see on the left here there are a set of tools which have been added currently, and in order to do the installation, you need to go to the Claude desktop and do a custom installation. So we'll walk through onto the process. So if I go to the Claude desktop, go to the files and settings, under the extension, if I go for the browse extension, these are the ones which are available part of these bundles. So we can add either a custom one, or I can go to one of these web, and these are the different platform integrations which are available. Okay, the one which we are going to install, which is a custom package. So I'll cancel this interface. I go to the advanced setting. Under this, I have an option to install the extension, and I can select the extension which I need. So the file size, as you can see, is very lightweight. It's only 14 KB, but it's more like a zip file. So you can extract this package, and you can see all of those different dependencies of this package. I'll select this, and these are these two different extensions, and I can look for preview. So it's asked me for the confirmation whether if I want to install this package, and there are the different tools which are available. And once I install this package, I can close this. And if I go to the extension now, you can see that that's the one that we just installed, which is on my computer. There is an option here which I did the within the manifest file, I did this configuration. So if I go here to this configure, in order to speak to Revizto API, I need to have access to these codes, right? So currently I can get a temporary access code which lasts for 15 minutes. I can go to this website, log into a specific region that I need to extract the information from that particular project, and I can run through it. However, in this exercise, I won't be doing that, but this is just for your information that you can get to this URL and get the information for the specific hub. Now, if I go to the new chat, you can see that there are options here. So there are different connectors that I have. These are the ones which are installed on my local, whereas this is the one which is the bundle that we just installed. The other one I have already disabled, and we can see the list of available tools which are part of this bundle. So if I go back and if I just ask for list all Revizto regions, it is going to call for one of the tools that we have, and based on that it is going to get the information. So the tool that we have within this bundle is called test all regions, and the reason why I have this test is because once I configure or provide the API key, I don't want to set up or define the environment every time where that hub or where it is related to. So it can figure out where that specific hub is and can extract the information. And once I have this information being listed, or I can have this similar from the Autodesk Construction Cloud or any other platforms, and I can use this as an interface to get the information and have another connector such as the Excel connector to create a worksheet on my desktop, or I can take this information and update it into one of these existing spreadsheets. So either read or write, all these CRUD operations you can perform within this single platform. So in a sense, this is very powerful because earlier the challenge was that you build something, it is staying on your own computer and you won't be able to distribute it with the other team members. Now, with the help of this bundle, it is very much doable that you package everything and then distribute it among your team members. So this is it for this video. I hope you find it education entertaining. Thank you very much for watching.